Hey there, Mr. Witherow here. Exponent rules, continuing with those. Couple things, try to keep you fresh in your mind. You've got a coefficient, which I refer to as the big number. That's always attached to a variable. In this case, our variable is x, and that's the base because it has an exponent of 2, which we call the little number. So exponent is up here. This is the coefficient, which is the big number. Also, we need to know that every number or variable has an exponent. So if I don't see one, it is 1. So we got to keep that in mind. All right, this one we're going to talk about negative exponents. All right, negative exponents. So what this is my Madagascar rule. And that just means that we have to move it. So we're going to move it. And what that means is that if it's on the top, right? So if we look here, if it's up here, if the negative exponent is up here, we're going to move it down here and it becomes positive. If the negative exponent is here, we're going to move it up here and it becomes positive. So whatever we do, right, we're going to move it. And when you move it, then the fraction bar is like a magnet and it traps the negative sign in and becomes positive. All right, so let's give it a shot. So x to the negative fifth, so this is in the numerator, right? We don't ever write it like this, but it is like that. So that means we're gonna move this downstairs, so that becomes x to the fifth, and then we just put the 1 on top, because there has to be a placeholder on top. That's it. This, the only thing that's being raised to the negative 2 is the m. So the 3 is gonna stay on top, but the m to the negative 2 goes to the bottom, which becomes m squared. So that becomes 3 over m squared. Again, you're going to move it. And you're going to move it from the top to the bottom or the bottom to the top. This, we have to remember our power rule. So we're gonna distribute, right, the negative 2. Or you can do this first. You can move this downstairs. So we can put this 1 over 3x to the third, and now it becomes a positive 2, right? Now we have to do what it says. So since it's distributing, remember everybody has an exponent. So this 3 has an exponent of 1, so this becomes times 2. So this is 1 over, well 3 squared is 9, and then 3 times 2 is 6. So this is 1 over 9x to the sixth. That's what it looks like there. And then lastly, we have something that looks like this. So don't get too nervous about all of this. We just do what it says, right? Well, this is actually a quotient one. Quotient just means that we're going to subtract the exponents. So when we have negatives, right, that means that really this one goes on top and this one goes on the bottom. We can look at it that way. Or we subtract a negative, which just means that we're adding. All right, so first things first, let's take care of this one first. We have to reduce or divide. So 32 divided by 8 we know is 4, right? And we don't know if there's gonna be a denominator here, so we're just gonna leave it like here. This, we can move this up here. We can move that up top. So then that becomes 5 plus 2, which is just 7. And then we can move this down here, which just means 6 minus a negative 3, or 6 plus 3, which is 9. And then that's your answer. So you can move things around here. We're gonna move it down here, then we would add it. All right, there you go, negative exponents. You got to move it.